26. I am psychic. I do tarot card readings and I do fortune readings.
For sure, for sure. You could start whatever you'd like, for sure.
Would you like a fortune reading or a tarot card reading?
We can do tarot or fortune. That's actually I'll leave it up to you.
Perfect. Now, when I do your tarot card reading, I please hope that you do keep your mind open and remember that the cards read you. I do not read the cards. And would you like my camera on or off?
You can do either or if you'd like.
All right.
I would just say the mic does sound a little bit muffled. If there's a way that you could fix that a little bit.
Um, of course. Give me 1 second. Hi.
For sure. Hello.
I go by mushrooms, not shrooms. Unfortunately, it will not show my full name down here. And can I start with your first actual name?
Yeah, my name is Parker.
Perfect. Sorry, there's a lot of people on here who do not go by the first name but a nickname.
Oh no, yeah, no, I do my real name. So
Well, I am Katie, and I am going to read your past, your present, and your future.
all right, for sure.
So you have an upside down Knight of Wands, an upside down Knight of Swords, and an upside down King of Cups, which is telling me you actually don't believe in a third eye or a Wiccan power or anything herbalist.
Yeah, I
Right off
currently
the
don't
bat.
have a belief in that. Yeah,
Now, I am going to open some eyes before I really get into this. Having these second dormant powers is not about what you believe in. It is about what happens to you and what affects you. That's my belief.
for sure, for sure.
So, your King of Wands tells me you have a tragic backstory or have had something very tragic recently happen. A death, possibly, or even a breakup. Now, I will tell you, the cards do not tell me specifics. That is not what being a tarot card reader is about. I'm not going to tell you your specifics. But this card here, it was faced like this, and it tells me that you're getting over a breakup or getting over a death of a loved one. Can
That
I
is
ask?
that is correct. Yeah, like 4 months ago, I got in a breakup. Yeah, so I will give you that for sure.
And she was very special to you, possibly a real love.
Mm-hmm.
So you've been hurt quite a bit. All your cards have been placed upside down. So to me, you've been hurt quite a bit. Friends, family, loved one. Your second one is the Knight of Swords. All right. So your Knight of Swords is telling me you're on to new paths and trying to find new places in your life, new friends, new family being it can be blood, not blood. You could be possibly adopted, not adopted. It's all you. It's your new path. This is how it was facing. Your new path does look very positive. You're on a great path to finding self-discovery and who you are in yourself, which is basic information. Your future. Your future isn't looking positive. It's looking hollow. It's looking like you're having some self-doubt, some self-trouble. I would love your comment on that.
Some self trouble, like within like what particular sense? I would say I'm probably at a point in my life where I'm having a lot less trouble with things than I have had like when I was younger, if that makes
I'm
sense.
thinking more spiritually. As you get older, you're not finding your place. It's more like you had a place that you thought was completely safe, completely there for you, and you feel yourself it's breaking down.
I mean, I feel like I would resonate with something that like I kind of like have kind of grown into a place that I kind of understand myself to be more. Like I feel more comfortable with where I am now, whereas like in the past I was a lot less comfortable, probably. I would say. So I feel like for me it might have been the other way around.
Yes, I see. Now, when you're facing your own issues, are you facing them with self doubt or self reassurance?
Well,
Because
I think that I have aspects of doubt and aspects of reassurance.
I am very uncomfortable with um, problems. Thank you. I did see that being pointed out. Um, like I said, I am new to my own powers. I do believe that I'm psychic. I was able to predict my mom's second marriage, who it was with, and when it was going to happen. Um, I was able to completely read off from the cards what she was going through, how she was going through. And no, she's not the type of lady who is very open with people. Um, I will be completely forthcoming. I'm still learning on everything my own cards mean.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. So like, have you ever been able to reproduce these types of abilities?
Um, in what sense?
Like you said that you predicted something when it relates to like a death. Were you able to predict other things that you say that you probably wouldn't, generally know how to?
Um, well, death and love is a little easier. Not only does it come off in the spiritual way, whether you're behind a camera or in person, but it's an aura that comes off of you. It's literally the pain that you're feeling that people like me can see.
So you're saying like you can feel someone else's emotion? Is that what you're saying?
It's an impact.
Okay, so how do you know that you're truly feeling their emotion?
Because I can be in a completely happy, safe, calm state, but as soon as I'm in a room with somebody who is hurting or maybe even on a drug related trip, I can feel that. I can feel the insecurities. I can feel what they're projecting.
How do you know it's what they're projecting rather than just like your feeling being around someone who's in that type of state?
Um, Sometimes it is a lot stronger than others. So if it's somebody who is around that type of state, the feeling is very, I don't feel it personally. So if I'm in a shopping mall full of people, I can feel everything, but I'm not feeling it as personally as I am talking with said person.
Well, couldn't that just be if it's like your connection with them, like when you're engaging with them, rather than it being like some sort of supernatural explanation?
I am not saying by all means it's supernatural. Um, as I said, I call it a gift. The reason why I call it a gift is not everyone feels it, not everyone will see it, um, stuff like that. It's not just something you commonly have, but it's something you can learn.
So do we mean like our empathy and intuition about people? Like we say that like we have some sort of feeling that something is bad in a particular circumstance. I would say that's likely due to the fact that like if someone is acting a particular way or giving specific indicators about their behavior, that would really just like we know what to expect in those circumstances. Like if someone is like in a really angry sense, right, we know what to expect from that. So if someone gets angry, we get a particular feeling about that that relates to the past experiences that we've had with people who are angry.
Yes. Um, I would say it is a learned behavior. Being a psychic or a medium is definitely a learned behavior, but it's something that you are born with. It's something that already resides in you. You just explore it more and whatever becomes more powerful.
Okay. So how do you know that you could be able to express those abilities? Is it something that you can express on like a daily basis, or is it something that comes about every once in a while?
Mine is something that comes about every once in a while because I have severe anxiety and other problems. I don't open up to it as much. Like, I
Sure.
was asked by a friend to come on here and explain to you what my psychic is and what I do when I go through with this.
And so I appreciate the handout. Thank you so much. So my point would be is if it's something that's not something that we can reproduce all the time, how do we know that it's truly being generated from us rather than just happens to be in the circumstance?
Because it's not something that is being generated by you, it's something that's being generated by the energy around you.
Well, you're saying it's from your ability to perceive the quote unquote energy around you, right?
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
But
so
again,
it
that's
still
perception.
comes from an inner ability, right?
It's perception.
Yeah,
So,
which is an inner ability, right?
well, everybody has emotion and
Well,
everybody has empathy. Like,
not every individual does have empathy. There are some individuals that don't have empathy.
I will give you that. You are very correct there. That is proven through serial killers. Um,
Some, yeah. So again, so how do we know that this is coming from our inner abilities here?
because it's stronger with the ones who do have it.
How
So
do you know who does and who doesn't?
you don't. They're usually open with it. If I can fully believe if somebody is going to confidently come out here and say, "Look, this is what I practice and this is what I can do," then I'm going to believe in that. Like, I can't shut that down. But if they're coming out here sarcastically, like, I'm sorry, lost train of thought. If they're coming out here sarcastically, they're doing it for views. They're doing it for, as I would call, BS reason.
Okay. So, um, my point would be then again is like what would be qualifiers for who is and who isn't like someone who would have these abilities, right? And if we can't establish that for what it would be for other people, how do we establish that for what it would be for ourselves?
I can say I've lost an argument or a conversation because you bring up some very good points.
I'm not trying to like win or lose a conversation. I'm just asking. Appreciate the handout. Thank you.
No, I completely appreciate your point of view. This is why I was asked to come on here is, you know, you have great points and listening to you, I think I myself have more research to do.
Sure. All right. I appreciate you coming on. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
All right, we're gonna go on to the next person. Everyone, if you like my content, follow me if you haven't already. Tap that screen, everyone. Let's try to get to 100,000 likes. By the way, I'm gonna be on probably until like 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here tonight, everyone. We've only been on this live for only like 17 minutes, everyone. If you do consider yourself psychic, make sure to send a guest request right now. Y'all already know the deal, everyone. We're gonna go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you consider yourself psychic, y'all. Okay, I don't know if it's adding this person. Oh, yeah. What's up? How old are you?
Hello, I'm 21.
Yeah, do you consider yourself psychic?
I'm a magician. I do sleight of hand, so no, not really. But it's an interesting point
I
to
do
point
appreciate you
this
coming
out
on. I am
with
just looking for psychics. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Maybe we should do that sometime. That'd be cool, actually. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I am 37.
For sure. Do you consider yourself psychic?
Uh, yeah, but I'm not sure anybody can make anybody believe something. I think it's something kind of like God. You don't, right?
Well, then
And it's hard to
how do you
prove
know that you have the
this.
characteristics then?
Um, Things in life have just happened. Sometimes, like, I'll just
have a weird, I don't know, you just have a thought in your head saying, no, I have a feeling this is gonna happen, and then a few minutes later something happens. I guess that's what I would call psychic.
Couldn't it just be the case that you were just like scared of something happening, and then it happened to just be the case that it happened after? I don't see how that would necessarily mean that it would be like psychic abilities. Would that just be like your intuition based upon maybe past experience?
It depends, because I can have something happen in a situation I've never seen before or been in. Like, for instance, when I was in high school, I was waiting to get picked up from my parents, and I was in between, I don't know if you know high schools, the double doors, the glass double doors, and there's like a center section that you can just chill. I was sitting there waiting for my parents, and I was looking out the window, and I looked at this random car that was sitting in the parking lot, and I had a thought come up to me that said, hey, that car's about, like, it's gonna be close to getting into a wreck. Something's about to happen. And I swear, within like a minute, this truck comes from like the other end of the road, around the school parking lot bend, like how it curves around where you wait, and almost hit that car. Like, I didn't see a truck there or anything, but that car almost got hit minutes after I thought that in my head. So I was like, that's weird. I've also thought of like songs in a row, songs on the radio.
So it didn't get hit, right? But like,
No,
also,
I didn't think it was going to. I just thought, hey, that car is. I feel like something could happen. Like something's going to be a close. Like,
okay,
it could be a wreck type of thing.
I mean, my point would be is that maybe there's an intuition here that like some people would just like think that this might happen sometime, right? And then the case
Intuitive has a lot to do with psychicness.
How do we know that just because you have an intuition that something would have happened, that means that you had some sort of...
I think some people are more intuitive than others. I think everybody has intuition, yes. And I think others have, like, I don't know, a greater sense of the things that are going on around them. And maybe that is from past experiences. Sorry, kids in the back. Maybe it is from past experiences that you've learned how to read situations and how to read behaviors and things like that. But it also will keep your eyes open to things in like the future when you see something similar. I'm completely lost a train of thought. I was chasing kids around before this accepted the thing.
You're good. Don't worry. I appreciate you coming on. It was good having you up. Is there anything else you'd like
Parker,
to say real quick?
Me and my husband, we agree with every single thing you say. Honestly, I just wanted to get on and say hi. So, yeah, bunch of bullshit. I just want to say hi, and we love you, and we call you Sheldon from,
Sheldon from Young Sheldon?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yes, you're Sheldon to us. So,
I appreciate
hi, we
it.
love you. Have a good day.
Talking to you. Have a good day.
Bye.
Okay, we're gonna go on to the next person. Only send a request if you think that you're psychic, y'all. I appreciate the hat and mustache. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for the Star Adventures Trucking. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Keep tapping that screen, everyone. Let's try to get to 100,000 likes. If you want to help get out to more people, keep sharing the live. We're gonna go on to the next person. If you consider yourself psychic, send a guest request right now. Again, only send a guest request if you do consider yourself psychic, y'all. We're gonna go on to the next person, everyone. Yo, Croc Destroyer, I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. I appreciate the handout. Thank you so much. Sheldon. Everyone spam Sheldon in the chat. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 29.
For sure. Do you consider yourself psychic?
Yeah, I consider myself psychic,
Why so?
So normally, depending on where I am, sometimes I see things before they happen. Like for example, when I was younger, I used to have a lot of dreams, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? Like about things happening. Like when I was younger, I used to have this mad dream about walking into the ocean, and it just turns into blood constantly. And I used to warn my family. I was like, someone's gonna die. Someone's gonna die in the ocean. Do you know what I'm saying? Kept happening. Literally went into prison 3 days later. My cousin died, drowned in the ocean. And this was a continuous dream. Few other things have happened. I've seen a couple things.
So
Well,
I'm
go on.
confused. So what was your thought you thought was gonna happen?
Like, dreams are, dreams are like signs of things that happen, things that are gonna happen or things that won't happen. Maybe it can happen in different ways. I've read up a bit about it,
Well, I
and
mean, I think that dreams are going to be things that like our brain is mashing up with like lots of other experiences that we've had in our lives, right? Um, things that we've thought about, right?
mm,
I think that's generally speaking where a lot of the dreams are going to come from. So
mm,
to see things in our lives that are similar or associated with our dreams
mm,
is likely
mm.
because our dreams are based upon our experiences, right? And within a specific sense, at least.
What I could say to you is, yeah, this is the best way I can do it. Tonight, I'm gonna go to sleep. You give me something to think about, yeah. Just tell me situation. Like, don't even be specific. Just tell me a situation, and I can tell you how it's gonna go. And I can say that to everyone else that thinks, yo, this person is chatting shit. Send me a message, follow me, and just send me a message and ask me a question, and I will tell you exactly what's gonna happen, when it's gonna happen, how it's gonna happen.
Okay, I'll follow you
Mm.
and I'll do that. But before I can
Yeah.
ask you now, and you can come on another time, and maybe you can show that then. Like if it is
No,
the
of course.
case, yeah. So like anything in my life, how it's gonna go, how it's gonna finish.
Mm.
Like okay. So like if I were to ask about like my schooling, you'd know exactly when it's gonna be done.
Of course. But listen, what I can do is I can tell you something about your life that's going to happen in the next week or so. What I'll do is I'll send you a message tomorrow. I'll send you a message in the morning, and I'll let you know exactly what's going to happen in the next week. And you can like all these people that are saying, "Oh, he's talking, he's playing, da 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 da, da, trolling." If you think I'm trolling, ask me a question, and you'll see. Within the next week, it'll happen.
I for sure I followed you. Make sure to DM me. I'll definitely look through that.
No,
I will definitely do
100%,
that.
Parker.
All right, for
Thank you
sure.
for
I'll see
having
you
me on.
then.
Yeah. Take care. Take care.
All
All
right,
right.
let's
Bye.
go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you consider yourself psychic. We are just looking for some people up here, y'all. Again, only send a guest request if you consider yourself psychic. We're going to go to the next person. Give it a second, everyone. By the way, everyone, we're going to be on for a bit longer here today, y'all. We still got a while. People are still, Blitz is still spamming Sheldon. So real. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Okay, it's not adding this person. We're going to go to the next. Give it a second, everyone. Give it a second, y'all. 100% need an update on that. We will. We will give an update. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hi, I'm 19. I just really quick, I have a question. I know you're doing different topics, and I was wondering if you could add like Israel versus Palestine thing to one of your lives sometime soon, please. Because I really love you. I watch you
Yeah,
every
I
single
have to I
day.
have to do a lot more research. There's just so much on that I haven't looked into that I wouldn't be comfortable enough speaking
Would
about it because I
you
don't know enough. But
would you be willing to like figure out your stance and then maybe do a live on it sometime? Like once you like are
yeah,
certain
I'll
what
think about
you
it. I'll definitely make sure to think about it, make sure to go through
Okay.
it, and
Thank
I'll
you so
see.
much. I love you so
For
much,
sure.
Parker. You're the
For sure.
best.
Appreciate it. All right, let's go to the next person. Everyone, only send a guest request if you consider yourself psychic, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello? All right, let's go to the next person. Again, only send a guest request if you consider yourself psychic, y'all. We are just looking for some conversations, everyone. Let's go to the next person, y'all. For some reason, it's not getting people up here, y'all. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello?
Yes,
Yeah, how
I'm
old are you?
I'm 57.
For sure. Do you
I
consider
can't
yourself psychic?
I can't prove that I'm psychic, but I can tell you some interesting stories that have happened to me over my life that I've tried to figure out. At the age of 7, I had a dream about my best friend, Eric. In the dream, he was gonna die in a fire. It was so intense that I begged him to spend the night at my house. He laughed at me and said I was crazy. The next day, he died in a fire. Me, my mother, and my sister were looking out the window looking to see if we could see him. All three of us saw him waving at us and thought he lived. He didn't. He passed away in that fire. Over my lifetime,
Sorry
I've
to hear
had
that.
dreams like this that have come true. As a matter of fact, when you're 7 and you're dreaming about something like that and it comes true, you start to wonder if you're raised like I was, Catholic and Christian, you start believing you're demonic. How could you, at 7,
Wait, can I
foresee
ask you a
that?
question?
Sure.
If you are having a dream about someone burning, right, and you did grow up in a particular religion, right,
Oh, I thought
it
I
is the
was
case.
evil.
It is the
I thought
case
I was
that
evil.
we were taught this as kids, right? I grew up in a
Yeah.
Christian household. We were taught that if we do not believe, we're going to be burnt alive. So to see something like that, like in your life or in your dreams, is probably likely to occur given the fact that you believe stuff like this. So the fact that these two events are associated doesn't necessarily mean that one caused the other, although it's terrible and it's horrendous that this happened, right?
Oh, but it's not the first time. I've had other dreams on a larger scale that have come true. And I'm not saying I'm psychic or it proves I'm psychic because I've tried to understand it over the years. I'm actually, uh, for the longest time, I didn't even believe in God, let alone having. And the dream there's more to it. Because in the dream, someone named Uriel came to me to tell me this. I didn't even know the name Uriel. It was only after research over the years that I discovered that one of the archangels is Uriel. He was an archangel that the Catholic Church removed. Um, so I've been doing studies over the years. I can't, like I said, I can't prove, but I am also gifted in tarot card reading. I have also, over the
If
years,
you'd like to do that, you're definitely welcome to
no,
do that.
I don't do tarot card readings. I, like I said, I'm gifted. I don't know how to explain this because I'm trying to understand it. At 57 years, I've tried to understand why certain people have a gift. And I can sense when a person's telling the truth because it's not something you turn off and on. At least I have never found I can turn it off and on. I can do a tarot card reading, and every tarot card reading I've ever done has been accurate. I wound up meeting a woman who was a spiritualist who taught me how to read tarot. She had a gift, and she always said that certain people have the ability to tap in to what everyone has. We all have gifts. Most of us deny it, but it exists within all of us. Why I see things, I couldn't tell you. Certain things have happened that have I the young lady who was calling it a gift, I have never called it a gift. I have called it a curse. And I can understand why you would disbelieve. Because my whole life I've disbelieved it myself. Then I went to Florida just this past year. And I used to laugh at people like James Van Prague and Henry Tyler when they said they heard ghosts talking to them and people talking to them from beyond. And I went to my cousin's house and I got this strange feeling of a presence there that I couldn't understand. All I know, my hair kept standing on end. And I mentioned this to her, and she was like, wow, that's weird because I felt that same thing. I thought it was strange and nothing to it. Next day, I called her, and on the phone, we're talking. And I thought it was her husband talking in back of her, like whispering in her ear, because I heard a voice talking as clear as day, like someone talking in her ear. And she said, no, he's not here. And suddenly I'm hearing someone talking and communicating very angrily. that they need to go. They need to be out. This is his house. They need to go. Never had that experience before in my life. So what I'm saying is, I don't know if I can prove I'm psychic or anyone's psychic. I just know over my 57 years of my life, there have been things that I cannot explain.
Yeah.
Why
So
would a 7-year-old be able to? If you can tell me why I was able to predict the death of my best friend, the way he died, what I saw, that left me traumatized my whole life, thinking, because as you know, raised as Christian, anything like that you tell anybody, you're automatically considered evil, demonic. And yeah, I was wondering if I was not a demon possessed. So that's where I started studying. And the irony of all this, those experiences led me to studying world religions, trying to understand. And to this day, I can tell you it's like trying to put a puzzle together, pieces of a puzzle. But I think
Raven School, did you hear the explanation I gave you earlier?
about, yes, I
The
did.
possible explanation I gave you earlier?
A part of it.
Yeah, so then, I mean, then why'd you ask the question? I'm confused.
Excuse me?
Then why'd you ask the question again if you already knew my answer?
I'm sorry. I must have missed what you said then.
Oh, okay. So I was saying that like because we were born in places in which we were growing up in religious households, right? We had this idea in our minds that we could go to like some sort of notion of hell, right? And someone could be like burned alive. I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much, visuals. Um, so if that is true, right? It is the case that within our dreams, if they're predicated off of our experiences, that likely speaking, we will see things like this within the context of our dreams. So it can be the case that one individual would have a dream like this, and then an event like that could then later happen in their life after that. As again, people do die in these types of ways, how unlikely it is, right? And unlikely it is in terms of you having that type of dream, right? Those events can happen together, right? And it can be the case that one event can happen in succession to the other, right? But it doesn't mean that one caused the other one into existence.
No,
This would
I
kind of be like a
understand that.
correlation causation sort of
Oh,
thing.
I understand that. But the point is to prove can you prove you're a psychic? And my question to you is, I understand what you're saying, but how do you make sense of these dreams like the other man was speaking that do come true? I'll give you another example because it's not just, like I said, it's not a switch that comes on and off that I can sit here and read your life.
Remember, our dreams are predicated on our
Yeah,
experiences. So does
but I'm gonna tell you a few experiences. A few years ago, I had a dream because I was talking to someone about this very topic, and she laughed at me too. And I had a dream that in Egypt, I was standing in Egypt, and I saw these huge pink and brown polka dot, almost looking locusts all over the place. Huge pink and dot locusts. A week later, in the news, in Egypt, you can look it up yourself. Giant pink and brown polka dot locusts. I've also had a dream about a tsunami that hit India and Thailand a few
okay,
years ago
I have a
with the exact
question.
coordinates of where the hurricane was hidden.
If you can have such specific dreams, right, is it possible that I could try to tell you to dream about something and see if you can figure out something in the future?
But no, that's why I don't understand it either. It's like I said, I'm not here to try to prove. I'm here to say that I can't disprove because there is no way to make
Well, you,
sense
you,
of
you don't
what
have to
has
disprove.
happened.
Even if you can't explain it, that
I'm
doesn't
going to give
justify
you
any
another
explanation.
example of something
Wait,
strange,
wait, Raven School. My point would be that if you don't have an explanation and it's not something that you can't explain, well, then you don't have an explanation, and it's not something that you can
No,
explain.
but
That
it's
doesn't mean that it is the case that someone would be like psychic, or it is the case that someone wouldn't have any
no,
type of ability, right? We
the
just wouldn't
point was
know,
I
right? We would be
the point
agnostic on it.
the point was I am agnostic, and that's what I said. I can't prove, but I can tell you of things that have happened to me in my own life that make no sense. And I am a person who has tried to make sense of it for 57 years. I'm not here to try to prove something I can't prove for myself, but I have come closer and closer to the belief that everyone has a gift that we can manifest into life what we want, and it can be.
How do you
Let
know
me
you
give
can
you another
manifest?
story. I had never seen a. It's funny that my name Ravenskull. I had recently started accepting. I should explain, and it's hard to explain. A lot of my animosity towards spirituality was because I was put into a Catholic group home where I was sexually molested by a
I'm sorry
brother,
to hear that.
and it destroyed my life. And I gave up all spirituality, all belief, and I was one of those kids who actually liked going to church. The incense, the painted stain, it destroyed and shattered my world. So I gave up all faith, all religion. As a matter of fact, my goal in life, why I started studying religions, was I was going to write a satire mocking and ridiculing them all.
Raven School. I am absolutely sorry to hear this, but I don't think that this is the particular platform
No,
to
I know. I'm just saying this is what I believe, that when you have a gift, it doesn't always make sense. It
yeah, yeah.
isn't something you can turn off and on. That has been my experience. That is why I think to ask someone to prove they're psychic, I don't know anyone that I've met who's had the gift that can turn it off and on that way.
Well,
I
then
know I
how do we know that it's like a gift and an ability that we would have though? That's kind of like my
right.
point. And the thing is, and if we can't justify that to ourselves, by proof I
All
just mean
right.
like consider it to be most likely, then I don't think we can say that we know we
I will
are.
I will give you something that you can test yourself. One thing I've learned from life is that if you're seeing coincidences that lead you someplace, they're never actually coincidences. Follow those, and it will take you to where you need to be in life. Try it in your own life, and you will see that there is something that guides you, even within yourself. You've never had an deja vu or decided not to go somewhere and then find out there was an accident right where you were going.
So I've had like deja vu moments, right? But like I mean, I think that's because dreams that we have are associated with the experiences that we have, right? So
Yes,
clearly speaking, it is going to be the case that one is going to be similar to another.
of course.
Yeah. But is there anything else you'd like to go over or talk about particularly?
No, I was just asking.
For sure, man. I appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're gonna go to the next person again. If you want to come on, tap that screen, everyone, or if you want to see more people, everyone. If you consider yourself psychic, make sure to send a guest request right now. Please only send a guest request if you do consider yourself psychic. We are just looking for conversations, everyone. Let's go on to the next person again. Only send a guest request if you do consider yourself psychic, y'all. Parker, Matt said you might do a death penalty topic. I don't know. I don't know if we get people in. Are you sick? No, I'm not. All right. Not J-Man saying I'm free. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Fix your diaper. Uh-oh. Mommy.
How old?
Hold on, wait. Mommy. I fix your diaper. I hear mommy.
Okay. All right, we're gonna go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you consider yourself psychic, y'all. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello? Hello? All right.
Hello?
Oh yeah, do you consider yourself psychic? Incredible. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you consider yourself psychic. Everyone, we are just looking for some conversations, y'all. Tap that screen in the meantime, y'all. Yo, what's up? Do you consider
Oh
yourself
my
psychic?
gosh. Yes.
How old are you?
19.
For sure. Why do you consider yourself psychic?
Because I think I'm a magical being.
What do you mean?
Like, I think I came from, like, unicorns. No,
So
don't
real.
kick me.
So real. So she knows she's getting kicked. So real. So real. She's definitely watched the lives before. Yeah, she knows I was gonna kick her. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 18.
Do you consider yourself psychic?
Yes.
Why so?
There is no proof that being psychic, that there's no scientific proof that being psychic is real or not real. And I don't feel like being psychic deals with religion in general.
So how do you know that you're psychic?
Things just line up.
Like what?
Synchronicities or the things that you predict when you do dream drawing.
What have you predicted when doing dream drawing?
Places I've never seen before.
Appreciate the hand art. Thank you so much. So could you draw my apartment? Appreciate the hanging lights. Thank you so much.
Maybe.
Would you like to do it?
I mean, my camera doesn't work.
I can send you an invite.
Okay.
Did you get the invite?
Yeah. Wait, does it work? Yeah. Sorry, hold on.
For sure. Here, I mean, yeah, if you want to, are you going to draw right now? We'll see if you're right. Someone said they feel like I have a black leather couch. You're false. You're wrong. You're wrong. LU. In the meantime, everyone, tap the screen. Let's try to get to 250,000
So you want me to draw, like, how it's shaped?
Yeah, you can draw the shape of it. You can draw, or anything. Yeah, sure. Or, like, what else could you imagine? Like, what's something that would be easier for you to imagine?
I do channeling. I mean, I could just, like, automatic writing. I do channeling.
So, like, what would that be?
So, like, automatic writing is, like, when you write down your thoughts and you don't think of anything. And supposedly it's, like, your intuition just guiding you on... Oh my God, I'm sorry, it's hard to explain.
Like, would it be something that I don't know. Would you like to do that? I don't care. You can do that if you'd like.
Okay.
In the meantime, while they set that up, everyone, thank you for the galaxy. I appreciate trucking. Thank you so much. Tap that screen. Let's try to get to 200,000 likes. You want to help get out to more people? Copy links, send it to a few friends, everyone. Mandy, I appreciate the mirror bloom. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Not J-Man saying L topic. J-Man, we can have a conversation later on then. Different day.
I don't know if you can see it. Is this the shape of your apartment?
No.
Well, I guess I got it wrong.
That's tough.
I mean, it doesn't always work 100%. I mean,
how do you know that you're psychic?
sometimes you can predict it, and sometimes you can't.
So real, bro. I appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much.
You're
We're
welcome.
going on to the next person. Again, if you like the content, everyone follow me. If you haven't already, keep tapping that screen. Let's try to get to 200,000 likes. We're going to go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you consider yourself psychic, y'all. That's called guessing, yeah. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
34.
For sure. Do you consider yourself psychic?
Yeah,
Why so?
because I can guess what you're going to be doing next week.
What was your birth year?
1989.
1989. Yeah, good math. Good math. Like that was. He said 34? I thought he said 54. He said 54, right? He said 54, I swear, chat. Come on, don't gaslight me, chat. Please. Please, bro. He said 54. I know he did. Yeah, I heard 54 too. No, he said 34. 1989 is 34. Ooh, maybe I got it wrong. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Okay. If they
Hello,
want to
can
send
you
a
hear me?
Yeah, how old are you?
I'm 24.
Do you consider yourself psychic?
I do.
Why so?
What year were you born?
2002.
2002. So you would be considered, um, I say, do you have, your lucky numbers are 1, 3, and 4? Is it true?
No.
No? Do you like any of the colors orange, white, or blue?
I like blue.
You like blue? Okay, so we're getting somewhere. um, what day were you born on?
April 7th.
7th. Wow, you're smart. You're extremely intelligent.
You know that just based upon my birthday?
Yes.
Okay.
7777. And where do you live? What state?
California.
July and April are your worst months for relationships. Is this true?
No.
No. You never had any bad experiences or bad times with relationships in April and July?
No.
Okay, well, in your career, according to your career, you really have a bad time during leap year in February. February leap year. It doesn't really go too well career-wise for you.
I haven't gone through the February this year yet. I'll let you know when it happens, but last year nothing specific happened.
Nothing specific happened. Okay, and your greatest times for your career is September and December, correct?
I don't know about December, September. I don't know.
You don't recall?
September is pretty similar to August, but sure, yeah.
August, yeah, August is pretty good for you as well. Health-wise, I'd say your worst time for your health is June. You usually get sick a lot or something in June.
I don't remember getting sick in June.
You don't recall?
No, I don't. I mean, but sure, there could be points in my life where I've gotten sick in June.
Are you being honest?
Yeah. Do you think I'm being
Okay.
dishonest?
Um, I don't know. I can't really tell. But are you, you're a brave person, you're passionate, you're optimistic?
Yeah, I'm optimistic.
Do you love challenges and adventures?
Depends on the adventure, depends on the challenge. But yeah, challenges, sure. Depends.
Do you struggle with rebellious and overconfident sometimes?
Not really.
Not really. Are you stubborn and emotional?
I think everyone's emotional. I could be stubborn at times, I guess.
Oh, well, you have a really big heart. You like to help people.
I would like to help people. I don't know if that considers that I have a big heart, though.
No, you like to help people. Not would like to, but you do like to.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. Um, well, you're extremely intelligent, I tell you that. You're very strong in your intelligence. You know a lot. You learn quick.
It depends on what it is. Like some things I don't learn quick. Other things I probably do. It depends on what, like, if I like the topic. Appreciate the hand art. Thank you.
Do you have like a older, maybe like a grandparent or something? It's a man who passed away
Yeah.
recently.
Not recently.
Not recently.
It's
Was
been
like in the
years.
past years. Okay, okay. Well, well, there's somebody that's with you. That's an elderly man.
How do you know that?
Yeah. Oh, because he's speaking with me right now.
What is he saying?
He's saying that he's giving a vibe that he died from like chest pain or something, like something wrong with his chest. It could be like something that has to do with his lungs or his heart.
He did die of breast cancer. I have said that on my live. I don't know if you got that from there, but yeah, he did die of breast
No,
cancer.
this is actually the second time I've seen you on live, so the first time was last night. But yeah, he's with you. I that's all he's given me right now is I could feel like something wrong with his chest area.
Well, what are you hearing from him particularly, though? Like, what is he telling you?
He's just letting me know that he just wants me to let you know that he's with you still. His energy is around you. That's about it. That's all he's given me.
Is there anything else that comes up outside of the context of the grandfather?
Um, I see a lot of pets, but that's about it. Maybe a dog.
My parents have a dog. That's about it, though. I don't have any pets. I barely even
And
take care of the snake plant behind me.
oh, nice. But yes, that's about it. That's all I'm getting.
All right, for sure, man. Appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much.
God bless.
Let's go to the next person. Everyone, keep tapping that screen. Let's try to get to 250,000 likes. If you want to help get it out to more people, keep sharing the live. Let's try to get to 500 shares, everyone. Let's go to the next person. If you consider yourself psychic, make sure to send a guest request right now. Please only send a guest request if you do consider yourself psychic, y'all. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
23.
You consider yourself psychic? Thank you for the galaxy. I appreciate it.
Would you not, oh my gosh. Would you be able to tell me the difference between being psychic and having like a really high intuitive feeling?
Well, what do you mean by high intuitive feeling?
Like just knowing before something's gonna happen.
Oh, yeah. You know before something's going to happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, it just happens to me a lot, honestly. Like, just little things. Can I share, like, a story with you real quick?
Sure.
About
But I would also ask the question, is it something that you have the ability to reproduce, or is it something that just kind of comes and goes?
it comes and goes.
So if it comes and goes, how do you know that it's derived from you and not just the circumstance?
Um, I don't know, honestly. This certain time really blew my mind because it was just like I was thinking of something and then like it happened, you know? Well, can I tell you the story so you understand better?
Sure.
So my friend's bringing me home, and just like I'm sitting there and just thinking, and I got a vision of like my mom, and she fell off the couch, and my dad comes down the stairs to see like what was wrong, and then a couple seconds later my dad calls me, and it sounds like he's crying, so I'm like, oh my gosh, like what happened, like what's up? And he tells me that like my uncle passed away. So it was just interesting to me how I got a vision of like my mom, falling and, you know, passing out. And then a couple seconds later, he gives me a call and says, "Hey, your uncle passed away."
I mean, those would be two separate individuals, but I mean, I think it is the case that we would probably like have things where we think about different circumstances happening, bad circumstances, just like our family members, and then events that happen to our family members can happen. So I mean, if they're not even related in that sense, in that like they were completely different individuals, I don't necessarily see how you would follow like that you were like psychic,
No, not a psychic. It's just the weird like vision that
right?
I got, and then so
Sure.
sudden. I don't know. It was weird. It was different. It was weird because like I can just sometimes, like I said, it depends. It's like it's not all of the time, but I will get like sense of like knowing something, and then it happens. Which in this case, I got a sense of something happening, and then like something happened,
Sure,
a
yeah.
tragic event, and then yeah, a tragic.
Yeah, is there anything else you'd like to go over or talk about particularly?
Um, honestly, no. I just wanted to share that real fast.
Appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much. All right, we're gonna go on to the next person. Everyone, Lead, thank you so much for the $10 Venmo. Anthony, I appreciate it as well. Lorraine, thank you as well. I appreciate it, and Chase again as well. I appreciate it, and Chase as well. I want to make sure I get through the everyone that did send Venmos and whatnot. Let me go to the next person. If you do consider yourself psychic, make sure to send a guest request right now. Tap that screen, everyone. Let's try to get to 250,000 likes. We're gonna be on probably for another hour and a half or so at least. But yeah, let me go on to the next person again. If you consider yourself psychic, make sure to send a guest request right now, y'all. Yeah, what's up? How old are you?
Hello?
How old are you?
60.
For sure. Do you consider yourself psychic?
No, but I have a daughter that is.
How do you know that she's psychic?
Because for 6 years, from age 4 to 10, she would tell me, who can barely speak, let me tell you, she's a special needs child with microcephaly and mild retardation. But for 6 years, she told me every time the phone rang who it was going to be.
So I mean, by the way, there's better terminology to refer to that now. By the way, it's not supposed to be referred to using that particular word, right? That's like a slur. Just letting you know, by the way. But what did you say that she did again?
She would grab my shirt tail and tell me phone, ring, and tell me the person's name who was going to be calling. And minutes later, that person would call.
Do they still have this ability after?
Unfortunately, at age 10, she started having seizures and she lost that ability.
I'm sorry to hear that. So how do we know that this is necessarily going to be caused by them, particularly if it is the case that they can't reproduce these particular abilities now?
I can't explain it. I just know for 6 years, I mean, she didn't even speak till she was 4 years old, and her language was so broken that she would just say one word out of a sentence, like phone, ring, and then she would just name a name, and minutes later that phone would ring and it would be that person. And
Okay.
it was every time the phone rang. And this went on for 6 years until she started having seizures, and then it stopped. But
That's crazy. I mean, are there like particular sounds attributed with the different people who call or anything?
No, it was a landline phone. She's 27 now and hasn't done it since she was 10. But during that 6 years,
How many people called?
on a daily basis, probably 3 or 4 people.
Are they different people or the same people?
Yeah. No, always different people.
And they would
And
know each different person?
yes, she would know each different person, even if it's someone that I hadn't heard from in 6 months, maybe a cousin or something. She would tag on me and say, "Mom, phone," and then she would name the name. And surprisingly enough, the phone would ring within 5 minutes, and it would be that person. It blew my mind.
That's wild if it's true for sure. I mean I don't know how to explain that now. I
can't
would
explain
kind of
it
say it's
either.
like necessarily unexplained. I don't think was there caller ID with the landline?
No, we didn't have that back then, actually, because I guess this was 20 plus years ago, and it was just a landline phone.
And it was 3 different people every single day. There wasn't ever like a routine of people.
Absolutely. No.
Well, that's absolutely wild.
Yeah. So being psychic, all I can say, does exist, but I
I
can't
mean
explain.
I don't know if I would say that someone's necessarily psychic, but I do think that that's pretty wild to say that like that those things would be attributed.
Yeah. And then after the seizures started happening, it all went away. But thank you for having me. I just wanted
For
to share
sure.
that
I
story.
appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's weird that the abilities would go away, but that is still wild that it did happen at that particular time. But yeah, we're gonna go to the next person. Everyone, keep tapping that screen. Let's try to get to 500,000 likes. If you want to help get out to more people, share the live. Everyone, we're gonna go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you consider yourself psychic, y'all. We just are looking for conversations. Everyone. Okay, for some reason, yeah. What's up? How old are you?
I'm 30.
For sure. Do you consider yourself psychic?
Actually, yeah, because you're gonna laugh, but I literally just manifested you calling me up. I was like, call me up, please, call me up, please, divine lady. I literally just picked you up. I said, oh, cool, Parker's on. And like, okay, proving that you're psychic. Miss Kim just left. And like, okay, call me up, and then boom, hey, how you doing? How old are you? So that's tip one, but I have a few others to give you.
For sure, go for it.
Okay, well, just giving a little bit of a download about who I am so that it makes sense. I am an interfaith spiritual counselor, and I was raised a Protestant Christian. Actually became a little bit more stoic nihilist in high school because I went too deep down the rabbit hole and ooh, conspiracy theories and reptilians and a whole bunch of crazy stuff. I'm like, you know what? We're all fucked. Don't really have a faith in really any kind of creator or any deities right now, so I'm just gonna live life and see what happens. And then I actually had some pretty traumatic instances happen to me. And oh, and if you're wondering about my voice, yes, I am trans, but that has nothing to do with it. It does, it doesn't. That's kind of hard for me to explain. Um, it is, but it doesn't because that's not the story, the topic of the situation right now. But it also has to do with me being who I am. So, yeah, with me being Aspie and such, I'm just trying to give you all the details so everything just makes sense. The only way for me to really, because I understand where you're coming from, Parker. Like I said, I was a big stoic nihilist in high school. I was like, okay, there's an explanation for every single thing. Like, I do not like knowing things without having an answer. So if it's not an answer that makes sense to me and I can coherently follow an empirical line of thought, aristocratic A plus B equals C, it didn't make any sense to me. I was like, okay, I know that this is actually happening and other people have beliefs. And we've been on here for thousands of millions of years, civilization after civilization. Something has to make sense because energy is real, no matter what someone's scientific equation or spiritual belief is. Energy is real. So I just want to have an explanation. If I can't have an explanation to it, then something else must be going on. Matrix, hologram, something or whatever.
That's actually
So,
a false inference. That would be like we're taking something that just because it's unexplained, we're implying that this has to be the explanation. And the same thing is
no,
kind of. Go ahead.
I get what you're saying. That's what I'm saying. I understand the premise of where you're coming from, because that's the same way that I thought about things. If it doesn't, there has to be some kind of way to make the most. Let me put it to you this way: the conversation you had with Trevor the other day about God, the eternal particle things about what makes the most sense versus yay or nay. If you're getting where I'm coming from,
Yeah, in terms
that's
of
the
whether or
line of
not a
thought
God
that I was.
exists.
Yeah, that's along the lines of where I was coming from as far as understanding what I believed and what actually existed in actuality. But here's the thing: the way
And that
that
would
I
be a
understood or
comparative
knew.
like hypotheses, right? So those would be both based upon assumptions, but I don't think that in itself would be a grounded, like sufficient explanation of the universe.
Right, but here I'm coming from with this. What's the difference between theory and actuality? What's produced from the results, correct?
Theory. Trucking, thank you
Ooh,
so much
that's
for the
loud.
flying wish. That shit is so loud. Thank you for the cauldron as well. I appreciate it. That is so loud. Can you restate your question? I appreciate it though.
What's the difference between experiencing theory and experiencing actuality? Because if it's in actuality, it's not a theory. You are vividly seeing,
Yeah.
experiencing, knowing, even if you don't specifically know how it occurred, that it is occurring and that it came from somewhere, correct?
So here would be my point. So there's two different senses of theory. One sense of theory is just relating to like a hypothesis, and then another sense of theory is relating to a scientific theory, which is considered a fact, right? Which is proven. So scientific theory is describing the actual, right? Whereas like when it relates to like a hypothesis, it's a possible explanation of the actual.
Right. So you have to go through the process of deliberation and deductive reasoning, go through a process through the hypotheses to see if it happens again and again and again. We can see go from theory to law and so forth, correct?
Well, it depends on what you mean by law, but like a theory is still going to be considered a fact, right? It's a fact
Well,
about
it
what
becomes a law
explains.
after it becomes seen that this process is proven to occur in this manner and that it does exist in this manner and that I think you're getting what I'm implicating. I don't have the specific terminology to fit my verbiage right now, but I'm trying to connect to you before you connect to me because like I said, I came from a very scientific, analytical, skeptical mind when I was a kid, and I was raised in a Protestant Christian church. So a lot of these things in the church and my best friends in high school being witches, all that stuff didn't make sense to me because I didn't have any spiritual experience to go by. Like I needed logic, I needed numbers, I needed things that made sense to me that I could follow through a process and follow through peer review. You get what I'm saying? I had a way of going about it that it had to make sense to me in order for me to accept it.
Yeah. Of course, you need things to make sense to you to. So what are we deriving from this? I'm confused.
Where I got to on my spiritual journey, because a lot of this didn't start for me until the last 5 years, and I've actually been on my spiritual journey for like the past 15 years. I started this when I was like 11 or 12 when I was a kid, and I got to experience really none of it until I got into my adulthood. So now that we got all of that out of the way, because I can see in the comment sections, they're like, oh my God, everybody, next, we're bored. You're not proving anything. Like, you have to have patience. If you don't have enough patience to have a coherent conversation to see where someone's coming from, well, then there's no point. So, um, Things that are outside of my control are things that I know that are instances from the divine. Like if I specifically manifest a script, this is called scripting, law of attraction, things of that nature. If I specifically say such and such is going to do this, and this is going to happen at that time, and it manifests, how many times does a coincidence become a pattern?
My point would be is that we would have to have reproducible evidence of this being the case, the same way that we would apply things like it within the context of science, as this would be an empirical measure. We're saying that through experience we can derive the idea that we are psychic. So if through experience we can derive the idea that we're psychic, right, it should be something that we should base off of something that's reproducible to imply to us that we would say that like this would be an acceptable claim about reality. Does that
Okay,
make sense?
very good. So I'm going to try something with you. Are you willing to work with
Absolutely.
me from a distance and see what
Absolutely.
happens?
Yep.
All right. So just like with everything, energy needs acceptance, receptivity, things of that nature. I can see that you're willing because that's why you opened up the topic. I'm going to astrally attempt to reach you. I want to know if you actually can feel it or not, okay?
Okay, for sure.
So I'm going to need you to be as open as you can, and the energy that you're probably going to be feeling is kind of be like ASMR type of vibey energies. What I'm trying to do is get around your possible observer effect energy, because what you're going to perceive, that's exactly how it works in the spiritual realm. That's actually why I wanted to jump on the channel the other day about proving God exists, is because just like the wave particle thing, how they sit still, the observer effect, if you're unable to openly receive the energy, well, you're not going to receive it, and then the results are going to be what they are. So it's not going to be. It's not going to be. It's not. I'm not trying to do a straw man on you. You know what I'm saying? It's not trying. I'm not trying to fallacy you. I'm just trying to get you to understand where the energy needs to be received in order to experience it. Am I making sense?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I'm going to attempt to reach you, and then you let me know if you can feel me or not. Okay?
For sure.
All right. Oh, I saw the comment. Thank you. Fine as fuck. Thank you. Whoever you are. All right. So let me know which shoulder that you feel, and I'm going to reach for it right now. Okay? And then we're going to do it in reverse, so it doesn't feel like, well, if I tell you this, it doesn't make any sense. You get where I'm implicating, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So all right. I'm doing it now. Do you feel me?
And what am I supposed to be feeling?
Me rubbing either shoulder. We don't know until you tell me, because I know which shoulder I'm aiming at, but you have to tell me. Because I know, but I need you to be able to validate. If you can tell me which one, then it's just an honor thing. I'll have to tell you that I'm doing it right or wrong. If you tell me right and I'm doing left, I'm not going to say I'm doing right. That's the whole point. I saw that comment section. Stop rubbing them. It's permission.
I don't feel anything right now, I'm gonna be totally honest.
Okay. Well, this is just one tangent. I'm going to see, because this isn't just the only thing, but I'm just going to see in reaching. You feel anything? Nothing at all.
Nope.
Okay, well, that's what integrity is for. I'm not going to sit here. That's why I did it that way, because if you know that for sure that you can't or you don't feel it, then that's
Yeah, I don't I
the whole
don't feel
point of it.
anything specifically right now. Thank you for the corgi. I appreciate it. I would say something if I did. I truly would. I like legitimate. I
No, no,
don't
no.
feel
I
anything
I
yet.
know you have integrity, so that's exactly why I did it this way. I am unashamed and unafraid of it possibly looking like I'm embarrassing, because I know the results that I've provided before. Um, yeah. So initial experience. That's one part. Oh, wow. Other people say, yo, I felt something. Okay. That's interesting. Um, well, one more route we can go along the lines is telepathy if you're interested.
I'm down.
Alrighty. So I'm going to speak to you a number, and I want you to tell me if you can hear it or not. And it can gonna be any number, 1 digit to 6 digit to 50,000.
Okay.
Okay. So, okay. Do you have the number?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it a 5 digit number, 4 digit, 5 digit number? Are you gonna write it down? Wonderful. Yes.
Yeah, it is a 5-digit number.
Ha. Is it beginning with 5?
Mm-hmm.
Ah. So, is it 500, 642?
It's 51,317.
Ah. See? Very close, very close. Very close. I actually sent you a specific number, but you got 2 out of the 5. That's not bad. All right. So that was pretty close. Did you like that experience? Would you like to try it again?
Yeah, I would love to. If you want to try again, I'm down to. Let's see if
All
we can.
right. Awesome. Okay. Cool. So I'm going to send you another number, and this is actually one of my favorite numbers. And you might actually like it too because it has kind of like a scientific connotation to it. Okay. So here we go. Let's try again. Okay. So do you have the number?
I have it written down.
I see 2 people in the comment section already got it. That's funny.
What was it?
Okay. So do you have it?
Yep.
Is it a 3 digit number?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, does it begin with 9?
No, it doesn't.
Ah. Okay, what was your number?
246.
Ah, it was 963. It was a Nikola Tesla thing. Ah. Yeah, you say if you understand the number 369, you understand the secret of the universe. That's what I was trying to
Yeah,
send
that
to
I
you.
mean, hey,
Well, we
if
got
you turn it upside down, it would be 942.
there, there you
Close enough.
go.
Close enough.
See? Close enough. See, you see how the kind of energy kind of connected, though? That's my goal. My goal is to connect between the science and the spiritual world because we are the ones that decided to separate the two. And there's two halves of the same whole. Without science, there is no structure to spirituality. And we kind of went on the tangent of believing earth things you talked about before. But without the substance of the spirit of the soul, we kind of miss out on where the limitations kind of stout out for the unexplainable things that science continues to put in a box. Like we can see that the whole 4 forklifts I just recently seen on TikToks couldn't lift that one big old cinder block of um of cement. And I know it's kind of like, well, anything could have, because we don't know, put those things together like the logs. And those theories just don't add up because if our modern devices can't do things like that, something had to be able to do it. So we kind of go through the process of deliberation, try to bring connotations to what's possible and what's not. We've lived here for a very long time, and a lot of things that we actually live in as a society are broken down to not being able to reach that because of, hate to say it, but there's a statute to limitation to what you shouldn't believe with conspiracy theories because we're not just going through all this for no reason. Stuff that actually limits our natural alkaline basis in our bodies, things that like pollute our bodies, and we're like, oh, humans just suck. This is how we are. You can't have one without having the other. Yeah, aspartame and fluoride are completely normal.
Yeah,
So just
yeah,
just.
yeah. So when it relates to this, some people in the chat are asking me to send you a number. We could try it real quick, and then I'm probably gonna go on to the next person. But we'll try that real quick.
Okay.
I'll do anything in between like 1 and like 50,000. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Give me 1 second to think of it. All right. I've thought of it. What'd you get?
I got 542.
I did 6820.
Oh, okay, so I just
We were
missed a
close.
digit in the number.
We were
Pretty
close.
close.
We were
Pretty close.
close. All right. Well, I appreciate you coming on. It was great talking to you. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Hope you enjoyed it.
You as well. All right, we're gonna go on to the next person. Everyone, tap that screen. Let's try to get to 500,000 likes. If you want to help get out to more people, share the live, copy link, send it to a few friends. We're gonna go on to the next person. If you consider yourself psychic, make sure to send a guest request right now. We probably got an hour, 15 minutes or so left on the live or so, but that's what I'm expecting right now, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 35.
Yeah, do you think that you're psychic?
Yeah.
Why so?
Well, I could definitely do that number thing, but here's the thing: is like obviously the spirit world has some rules, right? I don't make up the rules. I just adhere to them, right? And there's this really important rule of equal exchange, right? So you've gotten a lot of worthless answers because you haven't offered anything to the spirit world, right?
What do I need to offer?
What do you got?
In what context? I wouldn't know what to give up.
Anything. Possessions, money, your soul.
I wouldn't give up my
We'll take it.
soul. I'm not going to give up any possessions or money. I don't know why those would be relevant.
Let's try the number thing anyway. You know, like I'll let the spirit world decide if you're worthy.
What do you mean if I'm worthy?
Of the proof.
Okay. All right. Sure. Then do the number thing. Go for it.
All right. Let's do a 5-digit number. Are you okay with that?
Yep. Yep.
And just so it's all fair, I'm gonna need you to write it down first, right?
I already wrote it down.
Great. Let's see. All right, I'm getting a vision. Ends with a 0. Middle number is 4. First two numbers it's 69420. Parker, that's on your phone. I don't know if you just changed that. I'm pretty sure you
You
were
want me to do
thinking
it again? I'll
69420.
type it and then I'll literally show how I don't touch my phone. Look.
I don't know. I think we're
I
gonna
have
need a pen and paper situation here.
pen and paper. I don't have a pen and paper to go off of right now. Maybe. I mean, if I go like this, it's not going to do anything. I'll make it so that you can see my hands.
Okay. All right, another 5-digit number.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna say starts with a 4, ends with a 9. We're just 42069. Parker, you got your mind in two places.
Key Money, I appreciate the chasing the dream. Thank you very much. We're gonna go to the next person. Appreciate coming on, man. Thank you so
Thanks
much,
for
man.
having me.
Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request. Oh, why is it not letting me? Whoa.
I'm here forever now, right?
Yeah, actually, I think you are here forever.
See, it's a spirit world. Spooky, right?
No, you're not. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you disagree. We are just looking for some conversations. Only send a guest request if you're psychic, y'all. It was a TikTok glitch. I just couldn't open up my guests. All right, we're going to the next person. Only send a guest request if you consider yourself psychic, y'all. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello? All right, they did say psychic medium in their thing, but we're going to go to the next person that for some reason they're not there. We're going to go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do consider yourself psychic, y'all. We are just looking for some conversations. Key Money, thank you so much for the epic GG. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello? I'm 34, not 54. I'm 34.
For sure, for sure. Do
Can
you
you hear me?
consider? Yeah, I do hear you. Do you consider yourself psychic?
Okay. I do. I'm a psychic medium.
Yeah. Why do you consider yourself a psychic medium?
So I guess, well, I've always been pretty intuitive, but I've really been honing in on the psychism and the mediumship the past couple of years. More of just mm, controlling it, because I think before it would just happen without um, intention, and now I can do it more with intention, if that makes sense.
Sure. Is there anything you could show us here today, in which you have intention with?
Sure. I could give you a quick reading if you want.
For sure, go for it. Oh, and by the way, for people asking for Shelly, if Shelly would like to send a guest request back, she can. It didn't. She wasn't here when I accepted, but yeah, you can go for it for sure.
Oh, O's Kimmy is also sending a request, and she's also a psychic medium.
Oh,
If
is
you ever,
Kimmy?
if you
I'll
want
make
to
sure to
have her
look for
come
their
up too.
name. I don't know if I see them in the guest box. What's their name again?
Oh, is Kimmy?
Oh, is Kimmy? I do not
She
see
has
an.
green hair
Oh,
in
I
her
do. I do see
picture.
them. Do you see them? Do you see them?
Yeah. Do you have like a focus you want me to pull some cards on?
Nothing specifically. Would you like the chat to pick?
No, because I'm feeling something with you. It kind of feels like with career what I'm feeling with you.
Go for it.
I mean, I've seen you on here before, maybe like a few times. I almost felt like with you, almost trying to hone in on something. It feels like with your energy, you feel like you can be very confident, but also very, I don't want to say insecure, but unsure of yourself. Does that make sense?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I'm
But I feel like,
I have some level of doubt and confidence. Yeah.
yeah. Well, like it's funny the way you're coming off too, like it feels like you're very confident and very like you know exactly what you want, but then there's also this thing inside of you that's like, is it me? Can I be chosen for that? Like, am I good enough for that? And I think I've heard you say before that you're in a relationship, right?
I currently am. Yeah.
Okay, because I just want to make sure I say the things that I know already, so it's not like brought up like, oh, it was already said before. And you also mentioned before about your grandfather who also passed away from breast cancer, you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is that a big fear of yours also?
No, not dying. No.
Would that be, because I was feeling that there's energy behind that too with the, it feels like there's a fear. I don't know if it's someone above you, so that would be one of your parents that would also be feeling something like, hold on, I'm trying to feel what that is. It feels like there may be a concern in the family with that. Does that make sense?
Like related to like what?
Cancer. Cancer specifically.
Like someone having cancer?
Yeah, not saying that someone does have it, more of just a fear behind getting it.
Well, my mom does have cancer. My mom, I've talked about this on live and whatnot a good amount of times. My mom does have cancer, in a really
Okay.
like low stage, but yeah, she's had it for like 6 years.
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't know that.
Oh, you're good. Don't worry.
All right, let me get back to the career thing. I know it feels like you're also stepping into something new. I feel like you do something outside of this platform. I'm not sure what that is. I feel like you do something outside of this platform. Are you currently in school too?
Yep.
Or some kind of training? Okay.
Yeah, I'm currently in school, and then I'll be done this year.
Okay. And I feel like we're just trying to hone in on exactly what we want to do from here. I know I can feel like you enjoy this aspect of what you're doing, but I feel like we're trying to figure out exactly where this is going to lead us. Does that make sense?
Sure, yeah, of course I don't know where this is going to lead me, but yeah, I am fully going into like this after college.
Yeah. Planning on doing a collaboration soon with somebody connected in social media?
I don't have anything like
Like, is there talk
specifically.
of that happening recently?
Well, I'm always
Okay.
doing
Well, don't be
collaborations with
surprised if
people,
that
but
comes up.
oh, sorry, it's lagging a little bit.
Okay. Okay. Because yeah, I think my internet connection is off, but it does feel like there's more doors opening specifically with the social media aspect. Like I know you said you live in California, but it feels like going to like, I don't know, like studios or something, or going to like um what am I feeling? I don't know. I don't know if TikTok has like a thing where people get sent to. It feels like something like that. I don't know if it's
Like an
specifically
event sort
TikTok,
of
but like
thing.
it feels like kind of, but it's more like networking with also more business heavy. Does that make sense?
I haven't heard anything about this, but I mean, I'll let you know if I ever do get something like that.
Yeah, you have a, yeah, I'll give you a follow. Oh, that
For
sounds
sure, I'll follow you
exciting
back as
though.
well.
I do want to say for you, um, don't psych yourself out too much when it comes to stepping in. I feel like this belief that you're not fully committed on about yourself. And I really just want to say, like, I know it's hard to get those thoughts out of your head about who you are, but there's something about stepping into that and fully acknowledging, like, this is what you're meant to do. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure, for sure, definitely.
Um, I mean, I can get deeper with you. I'll throw you a free reading if you want one-on-one. You could just send me a message and I got you.
Yeah, for sure, I'm definitely down to do that.
Because I feel like there's like other stuff that's coming up. Okay.
Oh, you can bring that stuff up
All right.
right now if
Then
you'd like,
I'm gonna boop
or
out.
if you'd like to do later, or if you'd like to leave. Appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Right.
Have a good day. All right, let's go to the next person. Everyone, again, if you like my content, follow me if you haven't already. Tap that screen, everyone. Only send a guest request if you do consider yourself psychic. We are just looking for some conversations, everyone. We're going to go to the next person. We're going to get, oh, it's Kimmy, everyone. Yo, what's up?
Oh,
How old are you?
I'm 36.
Yeah, what's up? Do you
Hold on,
consider
let me get
yourself
my.
psychic?
I do. I I didn't. Sorry, I'm getting my phone stand out. I didn't think you were gonna
Oh,
pick
for
me
sure.
next.
You're good. Don't worry.
I guess I'm only mildly psychic. Then I didn't see this coming. No, I'm just kidding.
You're good. Don't worry.
Um,
And Shelly, by the way, I'm going to get to you next. Everyone, people in the comment section were saying I do see you in the guest box, so we're going to get to you next. Don't worry.
all right, so I did want to just like kind of like address some of the things that were in the comments. Psychism has different modalities, and some people were saying like, oh, well, I can hear the cards, and that's not being a psychic. Having cards in front of you, they're not going to tell you, like tarot cards or oracle cards, they're not going to tell you 100% of the stuff that you're getting. It's just kind of like a tool that a lot of psychics will use either just to kind of guide the conversation or have something to like stim with, if that makes sense, right? Something just to keep their mental mind distracted. What I would like to do is kind of establish a connection with you first, and then if the things that I'm saying make sense, then we can move forward. Sound good?
For sure. Go for it.
Okay. And so, for anybody in the chat that wants to know, I am using tarot cards because I'm a tarot reader. Yay! All right. So we'll say that the Wheel of Fortune card did pop out on its own by itself. And I have a little bit different interpretation than some people do when it comes to reading tarot cards. As far as your life goes, obviously most people, they have the ups and the downs, the goods and the bads and things like that. But I do feel like overall you try to be a positive person. You try to see the good in people. And I get the feeling that you're kind of the person that your immediate people go to, like the people that know you in real life. They go to you to kind of get that voice of reason, a shoulder to cry on, or to be like, hey, am I being absolutely nutso thinking this type of feeling? Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I do also want to put out there, I have seen you on the FYP, but I've never been in one of your lives or had like conversations with you. I saw briefly live of yours like maybe 2 weeks ago for a few minutes, but I don't know the personal stuff other than what was said before me. And I do agree with the people in the chat. You can just respond with like yeses or nos. You don't have to like go into details about anything.
For
All
sure.
right. So as far as your past goes, I got the strength card in reverse. And I feel like part of the reason why you are the way with people, whether it's in your day-to-day life or honestly, even here on TikTok, um, part of the reason why you give people the voice to speak and you're polite and you try to see their point of view is I feel like you're coming from a place where that type of respect wasn't given to you when you were younger. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure. My parents did somewhat listen to what I say, but yeah, of course. I feel like, relatively speaking, almost any kid feels a little bit unheard.
Okay, let me go a little bit deeper into that then. So as far as from your peers, from teachers, um, I don't know if you I don't know if you had something like a weird relationship with like the weird aunt or anything like that. Where I'm feeling a little bit of saltiness coming from them, where like you would say an idea and maybe this aunt wasn't a very kid-friendly person, but they didn't really quite understand the games and the fun that you were trying to have. Does that make sense?
I am not really super close to my aunts. I don't really know them that well.
Okay.
I wouldn't really be able to go off of much of that. I didn't really recognize a lot of that stuff when I was younger, to be honest. I didn't
Okay.
like pay
Yeah, not a
attention to that
problem.
stuff.
No problem. As far as the present card that I have the Hierophant in reverse. The main vibe that I'm picking up on this is I feel like the direction that you're taking your life in um, is not the conventional route that maybe your parents or the other people in your life would quite agree with. But I feel like this is kind of you forging your own path and wanting to kind of like stand out from your peers. I I'm getting a lot of stuff when I feel like when I'm tapping into you about not necessarily caring what your peers think about and that it affects your decisions, but wanting to stand out from them and not kind of like be a part of the crowd. Does that make sense?
Um, I, I would say that I don't want to just be a part of the crowd to be a part of the crowd. I would say
Right.
that in circumstances where I am a part of the crowd, it's like thoughtful or it's like like for a meaning. But sure, I would say that there are aspects about myself that I would say are probably like different than like what most people would have, I guess.
That makes sense. Okay. As far as the future goes for you, I feel like I know earlier you said that you were just you were finishing up school and things like that. I feel like the direction that you want to head in is I'm getting like mediator type of vibes. I want to say that. Give me a second here. I wouldn't be surprised if, and I will say I don't know what you're getting your degree in. I wouldn't be surprised if you were heading towards or ended up in a position or a role where you would help people kind of deal with the things that they have had to deal with in the past. I'm not getting like therapist vibes, but maybe like a life coaching or something along that sense where you're helping people kind of figure out their path and the direction that they want to go in. Does that make sense?
Sure. I don't know if I would necessarily get into stuff like that, but maybe I like to give advice to people, like in general life and general circumstances, for things that have
Okay,
like worked for me, maybe.
gotcha. Would you so I flipped a few more cards for you. I feel like here recently you had the opportunity to have a major life path like directional change, if that makes sense. If it doesn't, I can explain that. But I feel like you had the opportunity for something that would have taken you in a completely different direction than the one that you initially had planned. Um, okay, hold on. Did you have the opportunity to either like switch up your schooling to where you wouldn't have been finished this year and you would have ended up either switching schools or majors to extend your schooling? Does that make sense?
I so the most I was thinking of going to grad school, but now I'm not going to be. But that's really it. I'm
Okay.
staying in the same school.
Okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense. As far as okay, as far as the things that you wanted to do in in your private life, I want to say, I know that, you know, you say that this is like an open book type of thing, say whatever. Um, I feel I'm getting this vibe of like you'll have this idea and you'll think that, you know, maybe this would be something that would be beneficial to you and the people in your household or just the general public. And I feel like there's hesitancy to follow through with some of these things. Um, And I apologize if this is a well-known thing, but as far as like branching off to different platforms, like YouTube or even trying to get onto like a TV series or something like that, is that something that you've considered doing?
Not on like a TV series, but like yeah, YouTube. I do YouTube. I post my VODs of my streams onto my YouTube and stuff. I've been doing that for months,
Okay, sorry,
like
I didn't
for
know
a year or so. No, it's fine. Don't worry. You're good.
that. I feel like I don't know, like as I feel like there's as far as like the have you thought about starting up like a new stream or a new channel or a new direction when it comes to that?
Like a podcast, maybe.
Okay. All right. And I apologize if that's something that you said before that
Oh, it's fine.
I
Don't worry.
I wasn't aware of that. Um, I feel like I've taken up a lot of your time, so I'm going to let you go from this. One thing that I do want to say just to the people who are in the chat, because I was trying not to look at the chat itself. Um, when you're doing this type of work, whether you believe it in it or not, there's always this idea of needing to put on a show or to perform, and normal people are going to get performance anxiety or they're going to get nervous when they get in front of a room of 3,500 people or more, right? Um, so what I want to say is that if you are interested, and honestly, like I'll be straight up, I don't mind saying this. I feel like I gave you a terrible reading. But if you are interested in seeking out a psychic or a medium or anybody,
Oh,
I think that is the coolest gift ever.
I'm sorry. That is
But
so loud. Trucking. Thank you for the flying witch. I appreciate it.
No, you're good. I freaking love that gift. But anybody who's actually looking for a psychic or a medium or anything like that, just make sure that, they're not the ones that are approaching you, that, no ethical psychic medium, tarot reader, anything like that is going to message you and try to get you to get a reading from them, and just make sure that their belief systems line up with your own. So I just want to put that out there for y'all. So
For sure. All right. Well, I appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much. It was good talking to you. Thank you so much.
thank you.
All
Bye.
right. Let's go on to the next person. Everyone, again, if you like my content, follow me if you're ready. Keep tapping that screen. Let's try to get to 500,000 likes. If you want to help get out to more people, share the live, everyone. We're going to go on to the next person. We got Shelly here. Everyone's been asking for Adrian. I appreciate the corgi. Thank you so much. Yeah, what's up? Do you consider yourself psychic?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh my God, I tried to come in before and it just would not work.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't connect. That's like TikTok's connection issues.
Yeah. Look, I want to agree somewhat a little bit with some of the people that you've had on. I've been watching for a little while. First of all, I'm just going to put it out there. I've actually never seen you before. I don't scroll TikTok. It's not my thing. I go live. That's it. But a few people, actually multiple people sent it to me and said, please go and help him. But the first thing I'm going to say is if people are either open-minded or they're not. And the more closed-minded you are, the less likely you are to see the information that's given to you. But also, I just want to point out that every single person on the planet, including yourself, to a degree, is psychic. It's our intuition. It's your sixth sense. You were born with it. Everybody is born intuitive. Everybody has intuition. Some people are a little bit more connected. Some people have ability. Some people are born. That's that side. The other side of it is mediumship, and I'm an evidential medium. So it's not like, oh, I have your grandfather here. He loves you and misses you. It's
Oh, did it cut out, everyone?
specific things that somebody couldn't
Hello?
possibly know.
Chat, do y'all hear me? I hear you now. I think it
Can
just
you
cut
guys
out for
hear
a
me?
second.
Oh,
No,
you
you're
missed
good. I
my
just
whole
missed that
rant.
last part. It just cut out for the last part.
I was just saying, like, an evidential medium it's not, hi, I've got granddad here, he loves you and misses you. It's specific names, dates, how they passed, bits and pieces. Obviously now I've been watching for a little while, so I've seen quite a bit of information that's kind of been thrown around. I just want to point out the last girl that was just on, I could see where she was going because I already saw or had been given the information. There's definitely a podcast coming. I actually see you writing a book. I don't know if you're interested in that, but I can see that clear as day. You may have even already thought about that. But also very strange because it's kind of very different to this, but I kept getting politics over and over and over and over again. But I'd rather kind of go further into, because the other thing is too, like, I think people have this warped perception on what an actual psychic is. People think, oh, if you're psychic, you could think of a number and I'm going to guess it. I'm not a mind reader. It doesn't work like that. And the other guy that was talking about the crazy one, well, I don't want to call him crazy, but the one that was saying you've got to give something back, like money or this or that. That's kind of true to a degree. It's a energetic exchange. So it's like a karmic law. There has to be some type of exchange. So whether that's giving permission or sometimes it can be monetary, sometimes it can be an energetic exchange. I do free readings. I don't profit from it when I'm on live ever. I always just do free readings. And so it's a complete energy exchange. I ask people to tap the screen or share the live or do something where there's some type of energy exchange. So there is that. And with regards to like psychics of, being tested, it's just not a thing. It's just not a thing. So we either get the information or we don't. I ask people to give me very specific questions if they want to know something psychically. If for whatever reason you're supposed to know the answer, we will get an answer. If not, you just don't. It's not like I can tell you your entire life story from now to then, because we have free will. We have the ability to manifest. We have free will. There's multiple different pathways that people can take. So I feel like the whole idea of some people, especially people that are closed off where they think about psychics, it's very, sorry, I've got to stop reading the chat. An evidential medium, I just saw people commenting about an evidential medium. That is evidence-based. So I will tell you information from your loved ones in spirit that will, so that you can then validate the information. That is an evidential medium.
Okay, so is there something that you could show us here on the live, particularly that would like relate to me that I could like verify for people?
Yeah, what's your granddad's name? I heard that he passed. I heard you say that.
Richard.
Richard, okay. And yes, if you can hear me shuffling cards, I'm not a tarot reader. I'm actually a terrible tarot reader, but I shuffle cards. It's like a distraction for me. It helps me connect, and it helps the distraction. Just give me a second. Is there a Helen or a H name, short H name, similar to that? Living or past, connected to you or your grandfather? There is. There's a H name. It'll be like a shortish name.
Like Helen or a different type of name?
Okay, so I'm getting okay, so for you've never seen me work, so you don't understand, you don't see how that works. So the frequency when I hear the name, sometimes it's kind of, it's super fast, so I can hear the sounding of it. So it's going to be short, like Helen, but H short, like, it's a H name.
Like Hazel?
Hazel. Who's Hazel?
I don't know a Hazel. I was just saying.
Oh my God. Who do you know that's got a short H name?
Like my cousin?
What is it? Is it short like that?
Yeah, like Haley.
Haley. Okay. I'm also getting there's a pregnancy. I feel like there's actually two pregnancies. So somebody's either pregnant right now, or just had a baby, and then there's another one that you've not heard of yet.
I don't know anyone that's pregnant right now.
In your entire family, you don't know anyone who's either just had a baby within the last 6 months or pregnant. I'm getting two pregnancies.
No pregnancies.
Okay, interesting. Well, you may be hearing of two then. Make sure you come back and let me know.
I will. I wrote it down.
Okay, hold on. Okay, I gonna be honest, I've heard you say that your grandfather had breast cancer. But I'm also getting a heart connection. Was there a heart issue with him?
Not to my knowledge. Not with him.
Is there somebody close to him that also passed from heart issues? Because I'm getting very strongly heart issues in the chest area.
Not to my knowledge, no.
Okay. Honestly, at this point, I feel like you're going to say no to everything.
I promise I will tell you. I promise I'll tell you. Like, my sister's even watching the live right now. She would confirm, too.
Okay. What's your sister's name?
Rachel.
She's a little bit more open than you are.
Maybe she is. Maybe she is. I don't know.
Well, confirm with her.
Rachel, do you think you're more open? You can text me.
More open than you are.
Yeah, maybe to like, yeah, maybe sure to some things. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'll accept that. Yeah. Yeah,
so
Rachel said yeah to psychic stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Rachel. Can you
That'd be
ask
Rachel
her
in the
if
chat,
she knows
everyone.
who has the heart thing? Because I'm getting it really strongly. I'm not going to let it go.
Yeah, Rach, do you know anything that would relate to the heart thing? Not like that relates to grandpa, not well, my dad, there was a thing with my dad that relates to the heart, but that's not related to my
spirit here. It's not just your grandfather who are coming in spirit. I'm getting significance with heart. Also, who has the issues with the legs? There's like, I think there's like diabetes or something where their legs are affected. I'm also getting like an artery, like blood artery in the leg area.
Blood artery in the leg area. No one in my immediate family, like maybe my mom, actually. Maybe my mom might have like...
She has issues with the legs?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Like tendons? Like tendons? Not like... Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm just looking at the thing. No, it's not varicose veins. It's different to that. Someone just said varicose veins. I need to stop looking at the chat. I'm also getting a significance to the water and boats.
It's a water and boats. I mean, well, maybe there's like a boat that my cousins had.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like you are so closed off. I would actually love to do a reading for you, but I would like to do it in private without anybody around.
You can do that. I'm not closed off. I promise you, I'm not closed off right now.
Yeah,
I
you
literally,
are.
I
Yeah,
mean, you
you
could
are.
say that, but I would literally say anything on live right now almost. So
No,
I
I
don't
get
know.
that. I get that. But I feel like I mean, look, at the end of, I'm psychic and your energy is very closed off. And not only is it very closed off, but it's kind of like, I think you're very respectful to people and I love that. But it's also very, what is everyone saying? Wait 1 second. Okay, I'm getting the 15th, 1-5, birthday, anniversary, passing date. Whose is this?
15th. I don't know anyone with the 15th.
Okay, ask your
It's
sister.
close to my mom's. My mom's is the 16th.
No, 15, 1-5.
Maybe my grandpa. She said, I think grandpa.
Yeah.
But I don't know about 15.
Okay.
Like died on that day, maybe.
Rachel confirmed. Maybe.
Maybe
Keith?
died on that day. I don't
Okay,
know.
there we go. I was just going to leave with that because I asked if they could give me something that could be absolutely verified. Because obviously I'm not going to be on here to be made a fool of. Do you know what I mean? Like, and your energy is a little bit closed off. I stand by my information. Rachel, if you would like a reading instead, reach out to me. I'll do it for free and I'll do it privately. I think she would get a lot more out of it than what you would.
So why do you think I'm closed off?
Because, well, first of all, the way that you're answering, I don't know. Oh, maybe this. It's just, I also think, and each to their own. I don't have a problem with anybody being like that. I actually love skeptics. I love skeptics that are skeptic enough to be a little bit open-minded.
Me saying I don't know is just me telling you the truth.
No, I know. I'm actually really glad that your sister's in here so that she can validate the information. And I'd love to do a reading for her. I'll do it for free. She can just send me a message. And, Lo, she's squirming. Not squirming, just don't want to be made a dick, to be honest. But I also think, I just want to put it out there too. I think people should be very careful because there are a lot of bullshit artists on this app. I've seen, people doing the rods and the pendulums and tarot readers and all of that. And, energy changes constantly. We have free will. Nothing is set in stone. So I think there's a little bit of a misconception on what a psychic is. And I try to always stick to the evidential mediumship for readings for people that are quite open.
Yeah, so I do think that I'm open to hearing this type of stuff. I don't think that me saying like I don't know to a particular question that you asked me when it relates to like a number means that like I'm not like open to it. I simply didn't know what the number like 15 would relate to.
No, I understand, but I'm glad you validated it. So it was the date that your grandfather passed, yes?
We think. I don't know.
Can we check?
Yeah, I can try to check further, but I wouldn't be able to do like so on the live right now.
Sure. Well, just let me know. But anyway, it was nice talking to you.
For sure.
Like I
coming
said,
on.
if your sister wants to send me a message, happy to do a reading for her for free.
All right, for sure. Thank you so much. We're going to go to the next person. Tap that screen, everyone. Let's try to hit the 500,000 likes. If you want to help get it out to more people, share the live. Let's try to hit the 500 shares, everyone. If you like this type of content, make sure to follow me if you haven't already. We're going to be on for another like maybe like 30 minutes to 45 minutes max, right? This one, we're definitely going to be doing this topic here again, but let's go into the next person. Only send a guest request if you think that you're psychic, y'all. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello, I'm 35.
For sure. Do you consider yourself psychic?
Most definitely. How do I turn on the camera?
You can click the bottom, the guest in the bottom, and then you click right next to you, like it's on the right side. It's like a camera and a microphone. You click the camera. There you go.
Hey, how's it going, Parker?
It's going good.
Dude, I'm happy to be back. I don't know if you remember my last reading.
I actually do not remember. I apologize for that. I apologize.
I'm offended. I'm going to go off and pop off like the reader before you. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't mean to be mean. So a lot of people seem to tell you what a psychic is rather than actually reading for you. So I'm wondering why they're doing that. So my name's Tommy Oakley. I'm a Norse rune reader. I read out of Los Angeles. California, a little store called the Green Man Store. This is all I do. All right. I don't have another job, so this is it. Reading is all I do. I'm thinking I'm probably going to give you another love line. I gave you a love line last time. It resonated with you. And let me just go ahead and throw some cards for you. Love line's going to come with past, present, and future, and an advice card. Okay? The advice card can be answered with a yes or a no. Nothing in between, okay? Pretty much is saying just yes, I will take that advice.
Okay, go
I
for
can
it.
try to flip your future for you if it comes out as a negative, but I'm just gonna go back to the advice and hit it a little bit harder to make sure you understand what I'm saying. Okay? Cool.
Sounds great. Sounds great. Go for it.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I just like, am I muted or something?
Oh no, I mute myself. So like I have a AC that goes on the background, so I just like mute myself so that you don't hear background noise of me or if my headphones are too loud.
Right on, dude. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, let's get into it. Man, what were the other readers talking about? I don't even get it. I'm like, I don't get this. What are these? I'm not gonna get into it. All right, Parker. Are you allowed to say your last name or no?
I'm not gonna say it on live yet because I'm still dealing with stuff to be able to, but I will be able to soon. So, but I'm not going to in the live. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna throw you a love line. Is that good?
Go for it.
All right, dude. To make a love line work, go ahead and say your name, Parker, and then you're gonna say, "Show me my love line."
My name's Parker. Show me my love line.
All right, there you go.
I just want to say that was really cool, by the way. I like how you shuffled the cards there. I thought it was cool.
Thank you, dude. I do it all day. I just had work before here, so I was like, am I gonna do it? I'm not sure. And then my partner's like, Parker's saying prove a psychic, and I'm like, I don't know. And then I saw some of the psychics before, and I'm like, all right, I'm coming in. I'm not psychic shaming, guys. I'm really not. But just be specific on what you're saying. Be confident. Know where you're going. And don't try to tell people what a psychic is, because most likely they're not going to understand. We're here to prove ourselves, not really to convince everybody. Okay, guys? It's two different things, I think. I think so. All right, so here we go. I'm going to go into where you are right now. Theresa comes for the reactive force of protection of a male. That means that you're protecting yourself from love. This could mean that you recently went through a breakup, or you recently had something that you had to guard yourself from. Now, unfortunately, guarding yourself from love says that people were influencing you. So maybe your parents or your family maybe didn't appreciate the love that you had. Maybe it was slowing you down. Even friends probably said that maybe this one isn't for you specifically. So Theresa is all about protecting yourself and keeping yourself safe. The rune that falls over Theresa for protection is Iwas for partnership and trust. Oh no, trust issues, Parker. Meaning that we're having issues trusting the ones that we're with. Maybe people are lying to you. Maybe people are giving you half-truths, or they're smothering and covering is what it's saying. There's a lot that you can actually get out of a relationship, but the main thing that you should be getting is growth. Growth, it requires honesty. If someone's not being honest with you, what they're gonna do is they're gonna make you dance around in circles, and it seems like that's what's happening to you, Parker. People are making you go around in circles. Maybe they're not approving your, or nurturing your greater good, or your growth specifically. I'm sorry about that, because it says, as of right now, until we can work out trust issues, I just can't see love moving forward at this current moment. But this is just where you are right now. We haven't got to your future yet. I'm going to do my best to fix that or switch it around for you, okay?
Yeah, sure. So I did actually just go through a breakup about 4 months ago or so. And then also I do have like some types of like doubt type of stuff, or like I might be like not as likely to like always have like doubts whenever people tell me things, but I don't know if insofar as I would call it trust issues, but yeah, sure. I definitely am less trusting than the average person. Yeah.
Right. Well, specifically with this, it's other people are going to have their opinions of what they think love should be. Only you can really know what you're looking for. As of right now, I don't think there's potential pickers for you. Potential pickers would mean like, I like that person. I'm going to trust myself and go with that. All right. Let me give this person a shot. At this current time, maybe you're having an issue with picking people, maybe inviting people into your life, but you just got out of a breakup. So I don't blame you. Obviously, you're going to give yourself a break a little bit. Okay. So that makes sense, at least to me specifically, and I hope it makes sense to you. Don't guard yourself as much, man, but hopefully the advice card can change that for you. Okay. I'm going to go into your past. Now, your past is subjective to what the person believes they experienced, but it lets all of us know how you got in the situation that you're in right now. The blank rune comes for the unknown, a lie, or a secret. The rune that falls within the blank rune is the blank rune again. There's too many things that we don't know, too many secrets going on around you, things that aren't said. And when you find out about things, it at that point makes you wondering if you could trust people. So it's making sense on why the guarded wall is up right now and why you're not necessarily inviting new love to you, because people lie to you. I'm so sorry, dude. But I think you're something to catch. I think you're a good person. You got a good life going on. You have a lot to offer a person. So it makes sense that people would kind of say what they need to say to get to you or to get close to you. I'm feeling that your DMs are probably full. But with that, picking one is just going to be a little too hard for you right now because you can't tell who's being honest, right? And who's just setting themselves up for the opportunity to be with you. So that's your past. Now, that should stay there. Don't bring it to your future. But I understand how it makes your trust kind of go up and down. I'm going to go into your advice card now, okay? All
Go
right.
for it. Go for it.
Here we go. So remember, this can be answered with a yes or a no. Hagalas comes for natural destruction and chaos. This is chaotic energy, and this is fear in that sense. The rune that falls over Hagalas for chaos is Ansus for communication. You can't talk to people specifically. I mean, you can do whatever you want. But what I would hope that you would do is not talk to people in the same way that you talk to your ex, all right? Or the people before that. You have to change the way that you're speaking to people. That can go for the guarding that I'm talking about. So if you're being protected and guarded, you're going to be short, all right? You're going to be a little vague when it comes to what you're looking for. Instead, you're curious of what that person's looking for. You're curious if they're going to match exactly what you want. So that makes sense that you would do that. And that matches that guarding thing that I'm talking about, the not trust. So instead, you're only going to give exactly what you're getting. And I understand that. But don't be afraid to be a little bit vulnerable, because you know why? I don't think that the relationship issues that you had in your past are going to resonate to your future. It depends on whether this person's a soulmate or not. I don't work within twin flames and all that other stuff. Soulmates have always been around, and I trust that. Soulmates come a dime a dozen, right? You usually have between 23 or like 68 soulmates that you're going to meet throughout your lifetime. I mean, you're not going to meet all 68, but each soulmate that you do meet, you're supposed to come together, change together, all right, then stay together. If you can't change together, then what's going to happen is you're going to separate and then meet another soulmate. Okay. And that soulmate's going to teach you the exact same lessons. That's where you get people that say, oh gosh, everybody that I date is exactly the same. Every girl's the same. Every guy's the same. Not necessarily. Okay. It's just the same lesson that you're not learning. You following me there?
Yeah. I could also see it as like someone when they're looking for particular types of relationships, right? They're often to see things like that, like common in people that they're looking for, as they are looking for those particular types of characteristics, or them expressing particular characteristics, gets the attention of a particular type of person. So I definitely see that.
Okay. So with your advice card here, what I would ask from you is, can you change the way that you speak to people that could be a potential match or someone that you're interested in?
Say that one more time, sorry.
Could you change the way that you speak to people that are potential matches or people that you are romantically interested in?
Oh yeah, clearly. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes or no? Yes or
no? Yeah.
Yeah is in the middle.
Yes.
There you go, dude. It's all, believe it or not, it's all part of the stuff. Okay, I'm not going to get into it. All right, moving forward to your future card. Guess what? Ansus comes for communication. Go figure, right? So in your future, I actually already see communication. It's the same rune that fell over there. There's only one of these in each deck, so the fact that it's talking to you right there is pretty obvious. The rune that falls over Ansus in the future of your romance is Urus for strength and courage. Urus is power and strength. It's an unstoppable force. It pretty much just goes. It really does remind me of you. There's not many people that can knock you up, knock you down. You have confidence within who you are, your capabilities, and where you're going. The only thing I'm going to say is don't scare people, okay? You're confident, you are, and you don't need to prove that to anybody. Instead, just come authentic, even come a little bit vulnerable, because if you're not vulnerable, it's going to be a little bit harder. But looking at your future, I feel like confidence is going to lead through your communication. I feel like you're going to have good connections. I feel like you're going to find love. This love should specifically take place within 4 months from now, but it's all about you accepting your advice card and if you're going to invite that new love into your life. Okay?
4 months. I'll let you know if that does come about for sure, man. Appreciate it.
Dude, I hope so, because the last read I gave you, I was like, man, dude, I hope you reach back to me, because you said, I mean,
When was the last reading? Was that June when I did that, or
Let's see. Your girlfriend's birthday is March.
no? My ex-girlfriend's was March. Yes.
March. Stop it. I'm not going to be like everybody else. It's like, okay, let's see. Maybe that's where she got that 15 from. Or was it 13th? March 15th?
It was 24th.
Ah, shit. I was going to say 24th too. I was like, close. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. So yeah, there it is. There's your love line. That's how a psychic reading works. It gives you the advice so you can take it and then move on. If someone's going to try to tell you who you are and where you should go and how you specifically should do things, that's not going to work. If you accept the advice and you move forward with it, then you have something to work with, because then you're working within your own limitations and your own beliefs. But if someone's going to try to push you into something or prove that this should be the right thing for you to do, it's not going to work. So that's why I ask you yes or no on whether you can accept that or not. I would love to do another reading for you. I almost think career reading would be great for you. The same thing. It's past, present, and future.
Yeah, if you'd like to do that right now, I'm definitely open to that for sure.
All right. All right, dude, let's do it. Once again, if you guys want to book me at the Green Man store in Los Angeles. It should be on my little tag here. The reason why I'm coming back is because I'm just coming back to TikTok now. I stepped away for a little bit, got really busy with work, reading with the store and the shop and psychic fairs that just passed. And now that I'm coming back, I'm noticing that viewers are lower, and I'm like, what a shame, dude, because like I have a lot to offer the community, and it's like I'm not tooting my own horn, but I'm good at what I do, dude. This is all I do. Like I said before, just like you're good at your lives, you're amazing, Parker. It's a gift for you.
Appreciate it.
This has always just been a thing for me as well. So I'm happy to share my gift with you and everybody else here in the comments. All right. So career. What kind of business are you getting into? What kind of career are you looking for? What are you going to school for?
Economics.
So what does that do? Like for career wise, what is that?
So
Sorry.
I can go into many different things. I have lots of choices. I can go be an economist. I can work in like business and almost anything. I can do marketing. I can go into politics. I'm doing it because it opens up a bunch of choices. But actually, right now, I'm finishing college and then I am full-time this. So
yeah, I was thinking, to believe it or not, I see like a it's not like a news anchor or anything like that, but it's like a public speaker that I can see you turning into specifically. So you do have a big opportunity there. Politics would be good for you, but at the same time, I'm not gonna say you don't trust yourself. It just maybe you trust yourself a little too much there, where it could make you go a little bumpy, okay, if you go into politics. I'm not like biased opinions or anything like that, but people could have the opinion of you that they're not going to agree with, and then it's not going to knock you off your pedestal, but what it could do is make you stop, make you think about yourself a little bit too much, because you're doing so good right now. If anything was to take that away from you, it would suck, okay? Don't take away from your authenticity is what I'm saying really there. All right, so economics. I'm going to pretend like I know exactly what that is. All right, here we go. Baba, say your first... You can't say last name. Say your first name. Dude, if I could have last, I'm not going to say you have to give it to me, but if I could, it'd be so much better. Give me your name and then say, show me my career.
My name is Parker. Show me my career.
Got it. Do what you love is pretty much what it's saying there. Well, that's your advice card. Okay, going to where you are right now, need comes. Need is the wall but broken. That means that the obstacles in front of you are now broken, so you just graduated or something like that, right? Or you're coming up close to graduation, right?
Yep. This next year I'm graduating.
Right on, dude. Hey, congratulations. This next year you're graduating. So is it October of next year, or is it just coming up?
No, it's gonna be 2024, like spring of 2024.
Okay, cool, right on. So opportunity comes to you specifically around this same time of next year, depending on what you want to do with your career there, okay, and where you choose to go. This could be applying for different companies, or reaching out to things that you specifically want to do. I'm gonna get to it. I don't want to jump ahead. All right, going to where you are right now. Need comes, the wall but broken. The rune that falls over need is Kanaz, for the imagination, but Kanaz is inverted. Dude, it's time for you to figure out what you're gonna do, all right? Because you're everywhere. There's a lot of things that you want to do. Now, what I'm going to recommend for you is put them all in a row and eliminate the things that you don't want to do, and the things that you do want to do, just entertain the idea by putting yourself around that career, around people that are in that career, around people that have been doing it for a long time. If you're going to go into something specifically that your father is in or your family is in, go where you're happy, man. Okay? Don't do something because somebody else says that it's good for you. Only you know what's good for you right here. But I'm gonna let you know. Time to get them in a row. You're kind of running up to the last of your schooling here, and with that, it's gonna move faster than you think afterwards. So once you get out of schooling and you come into TikTok full time and you're doing this, make a direction, find out what topics work best for you, and from there, consolidate what's going to be the most profitable for you to reaching out to people, and even also for income, okay? I'm sure you do fantastic with TikTok, but there's ways to make it better for you, and that's what you're always doing, looking for things to make yourself better within the career that you have right now. They could be TikTok or schooling, doesn't really matter. So this is where you are right now. This is how your career is kind of relating with you. But with that said, just make sure we're looking in the right direction, okay? Thinking of the future. Going into the past to see what brought you there. Uruz comes for strength and courage. This is power and transformation. It's that unstoppable force that I'm looking at. Uruz is usually a change for the better, all right? So going into the past, the rune that falls over Uruz is Ingus for male fertility and opportunity. Ooh, opportunity came to you specifically, knowing that what you could do. Maybe it could have been your TikTok that was taking off. I'm not really sure. One way or another, it just says that opportunity came for you, but it came pretty fast, meaning that, hey, I could do this. If I do this, I can change everything for myself. Now, that could be whatever career that you choose. I'm sure you know, or at least having a general idea of where you want to go. I would hope you do. But it says that you can essentially make no wrong decisions because you've already been through all the obstacles in your past. So maybe you do have your ducks in a row, but it's time to make a decision on where you're going to go. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that definitely makes sense.
Perfect. All right, I'm going to go into your advice card. I'm going to remind you again, this can be answered with a yes or a no. Nothing in between, okay? Awaz comes for true love and happiness. This is power and happiness. This is you doing what you need to do to find your greater joy. The rune that falls over Awaz is Isa for a wall. It says that you already have it in front of you, but maybe you're just not recognizing it. Now, this could be something that you've already thought about that I was going to do with my career, but at the same time, I don't know if that's going to be consistent. It can be consistent. It can provide a great future for yourself because it's going to change into something else. This could be talking about TikTok. This could be talking about what is the other one called? YouTube, right? It could be YouTube. It could be TikTok. It could be a social media influencer. One way or another, it says that you have the opportunity in front of you, but just maybe you're not seeing the potential that's actually there. It's something that's going to be greater than you even see. So what I'm going to ask you is, are you able to look at the opportunity that you have in front of yourself and at least make a decision right now that this could be a great career for me and I'm going to give this a shot?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of what I'm doing right now when I'm going full time with TikTok and stuff like that. So yeah, that's definitely like my goal and stuff. And I mean, I've already talked about this, like the podcast stuff earlier. So maybe it would be something associated with that. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, like obviously, I absolutely.
So yes or no?
Yes.
There you go, Parker. Thank you. I appreciate that. Very specific in this read, okay? Tharisa comes for the reactive force of protection. This is your future. You protecting yourself, but just not yourself, but it's everybody around you that you care and love. The rune that falls over Tharisa is Othila for the home. Opportunity is going to come to you, dude. I didn't have to flip the future at all. Normally, I have to flip the future for somebody because they're a little bit indecisive. Maybe they don't know where to go with the advice card, okay? So I usually have to go to the advice card again. But with you, you're, how do you say this? You don't mess around, I guess. You're very decisive. You know what you want. You know where you need to get. And even the stepping stones to get there are pretty obvious to you. You're confident in that sense. Confidence is going to lead you to the career that you need to get to. I think you're going to be wonderful. I think you're going to own a beautiful home. I think you're going to have an absolutely great career where it doesn't necessarily feel like work, but it does drain you. So go easy on yourself, okay? If you're up at 3 o'clock in the morning and you're on TikTok or something, you're going to be tired, and maybe that's going to mess up with your performance for the next day. So put limitations around yourself. I know you want to keep on going, but sometimes just give yourself a break, okay?
Yeah, I would say I'm pretty decisive with my goals. Probably not with my preferences though. Like I'll be like, where do I want to eat or something like that. I have no clue. But like when it relates to like my goals, yeah, I'm pretty decisive with when it relates to that.
Always choose the China buffet. I love it. All right, dude. Hey, thank you for
Appreciate you coming
having
on.
me.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, dude.
Appreciate
Once
it.
again, Tommy Oakley, come check me out, the Green Man Store. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.
Have a great day. Have a great day. All right, everyone, we're going to go on to the next person. Again, if you like the content, follow me. If you haven't already, tap that screen, everyone. Let's try to get to 750,000 likes before I do end it today, everyone. We're going to be on this particular live for another, I think, like 30 minutes max, like until about 5:15 is when I'm going to get off. Probably a little bit earlier than that, maybe 5:10. I do have to get off for today, but tomorrow I should be back around my normal times, around like 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Let me go on to the next person though. Again, sub only chat will be tomorrow. Everyone, we're not going to be doing that today. But thank you. I appreciate the cat and cowboy, or hat and cowboy. Thank you so much. Hat and mustache. Let me go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you consider yourself psychic, y'all. All right, everyone, give it a second, y'all. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Oh, it didn't accept this person. We're gonna go to the next person. Parker, what's your opinion? I gave it when it related to those things particularly. I think that there are some things that would like definitely particularly apply, and whatnot. Generally, though, things could be considered applicable to most people, though, or something like that as well. Dean, I appreciate all the roses. Thank you so much, man. W Dean's in the chat. We're about to be rating Dean everyone, by the way. I think like 5 o'clock is when he goes live. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello, I am 61.
Yeah, do you believe that
I'm
you're psychic?
surprised I made it through this without a nap.
Yeah, for sure. Do you believe you're psychic?
I think I'm intuitive. I think I can't control it, but I've been watching you, and I have some really stupid things. What do they call it? Evidentiary? That I'm gonna just try and see if I'm right.
For sure.
It's personal. I'm gonna describe your underwear. Is that okay?
Sure.
Dark blue Hanes boxer briefs.
Nope.
Nope. Black socks.
Nope.
Nope. Well, I'm not psychic then.
All right.
Next.
Appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much. We're going to go on to the next person. Send a guest request if you consider yourself psychic, chat. Tap that screen. Let's try to get to 750,000 likes. Let's go on to the next person, though. We're going to go on to the next person. She tried, chat. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I am 44.
For sure. Do you consider yourself psychic?
I would consider myself intuitive, but not like the lady that just said that.
Yeah, I would think so. Appreciate the little crowd. Thank you. So,
All
why do
right,
you consider
I need to
yourself intuitive?
throw myself in a room because my kids we're camping and the kids are a little wild right now.
Yeah, go for it, for sure.
All right, oops, sorry, Bob. I would not say I would. I would say I'm intuitive, and I completely agree that abilities are real. I think the guy Tommy you had on before had a lot of very good insight about you, Parker, and it sounds like you've already met with him. What do you want to know, like how to prove intuitive?
Like, is there something that you could show me that is like reproducible that could indicate to us that like maybe you have some type of knowledge about me that generally wouldn't have been able to be known, something like that.
So about you, you can say hi. Hello. Sorry, that's my son. He's 8. He's clearly not TikTok old enough. I would say no, you're not. So I would say from what one of the other people said that, sorry guys, I know my kids are crazy. They're out of the room now. I would say that what one of the person said about, yes, you may have mistrust in your parents. I would actually say that your parents must have had some sort of trust and ability, and you had trust in them as well, because you have a very confident and articulate way about you. You have, I mean, I've been listening to a lot of your TikToks, and the way you speak and the way people, your just frame of thinking, I just feel like, yes, maybe every kid has some sort of trust issues with their parents, but they you have a way of yourself that you speak, you talk, and I see you going far, not necessarily even with TikTok. I see you in a political position where you are navigating very difficult situations where, and I see people saying common sense and all that stuff. Yes, that's what it is. Everybody has intuitive abilities. Everybody has psychic abilities. Nobody has more powers than somebody else. We all have intuition. We all have this. Everybody does. You just have to allow yourself to be open and honest and hear what's going on. Sorry, I see people are saying next and whatever. I don't know how to explain like
Oh,
things.
people always do that. Like one of the best ways that you can do this is like just hold on the screen, and then click clear display. It's like one of the best ways. Like honestly, like it's a great feature, on
Like,
TikTok.
and it's hard because we can't go and say in like 5 years, yes, we've got Senator Parker talking and he's voting out some of the crazies. I mean, I literally see you though in the future having these roles that maybe not even everybody sees as observant as everybody can see on TikTok. I see you having these conversations with people who are stopping some negative shit that's going on. Part of my mouth. Sorry, guys. But I mean, like, stopping negativity. Like, you are going to do things, Parker. And I saw some little copycat on TikTok the other day, and I was like, not Parker. Not going to be him.
Dean?
I don't even know his name. I was like, next. Because you just have this way, and you're, like, you literally are going to do things. And my husband laughs because obviously we can't go back, but like I called a lot of crazy crap about COVID. Like people were like, schools are not going to shut down. Nobody's going to go after all this stuff. And I was like, I'm telling you right now, schools are shutting down. This is what we're going to need. Da 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 da. And my husband was like, you're talking crazy talk right now. Like nobody in the US is shutting down schools. And I was like, all right, whatever. But I
think many people would have said stuff like that because we didn't expect there to be a pandemic, right? When it relates to like the coronavirus and like how it was necessarily like super transmissible at that point, I heard similar things around like the time of, I think it was like December or so, maybe earlier. And that kind of told us that like, oh, this is actually a lot worse than what we thought.
Right.
And we kind of just like didn't take that seriously.
And that's what I say is that watching the environment, being attuned to what's going on. Everybody is intuitive, not me, not anybody else specific. We all are intuitive to paying
Wouldn't
attention.
this just be like a notion of like pattern recognition then? Like we just see that like, well, this could likely lead towards a pandemic, right? If this could likely lead towards a pandemic, wouldn't that indicate that there would be like a shutdown of schools?
But when did we ever have that? In your lifetime and in my lifetime, I'm 44 years old.
We've never had that particular type of pandemic.
Right.
We have seen pandemics when it relates to the swine flu, which happened in like 2008. We've seen pandemics when it relates to like the Middle East and when it relates to Southeast Asia or with like not like pandemic, but like different types of COVID spreads.
I completely agree. Sorry, my ADHD is out of control.
You're good, don't worry.
Yes. We've had situations where it's been like not to this extent. We've never shut down all this stuff. And I think that's where it's like, if you're attuned to what's going on in the environment, if you're attuned to what's going on, you're going to know. You're going to feel this. You're going to allow yourself acceptance and belief. But I'm clearly not proving that I personally am psychic. I just believe that we all have this intuition. We all have this intuitive belief. And all these people who are like, meh, 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 like, no, it's all witchcraft. It's all this shit. It's not. Just look inside yourself. Look at people. Pay attention, people.
Yeah, for sure. Is there anything else you'd like to go over or talk about particularly?
Nope, completely done.
Sure, appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much.
Take care, Parker.
All right, everyone, let's go on to the next person. Keep tapping that screen. Let's try to get to 750,000 likes before I do end it today, everyone. We got like 10, 15 more minutes left. We're going to get like 1 or 2 more people left on after this. But everyone in the meantime, keep tapping that screen. Tomorrow, we will be back on around like 1, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's normally when I go live. Actually, it might be earlier tomorrow, as I might be like I might have to go to like a dinner tomorrow or something like that. But yeah, everyone, make sure to tap that screen. Everyone, let's try to get 750,000 likes. We're gonna go to the next person. I might turn on sub only chat here in a second. Everyone, we'll see. But we're gonna be sending everyone over to Dean's live once he goes live, probably here pretty soon. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Oh man, what's up? I'm
For
30.
sure. Yeah. Do you consider yourself psychic?
Yeah, how do you FaceTime?
You have to click in the bottom left, the guess, and then you click like the webcam that's right next to the microphone. But do you consider yourself psychic?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why do you consider yourself psychic?
I do
Tessa, I
reading,
appreciate the 11-month W Tessa in the comment section, everyone. What were you saying?
but I do readings.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm trying to FaceTime, dude.
Oh yeah. Thank you for the hand hearts. I appreciate it. Click the guess in the bottom left. That's the blue and the pink, like two little people. And then you should see your name, tarot card reader, and to the right of it, you should see a microphone and a webcam. I can send you actually an invite to turn on your camera right here.
Oh, got you. All right, bro. Oh, hold on. All right. Here I go, man.
All right, for sure.
All right, bro.
All right, go for it.
Give me one question. Like, do you have a specific question, or do you want a general reading?
You can do a general reading, or like I could ask the comment section if they have like a specific thing they'd like me to go over. Generally, they say like career or like love life or something like that.
I'll do a general reading on you, man.
That works, yeah.
Just currently, like, how you feel right now, or anything you're going through right now. But I hate large crowds. I really do. I hate them. But
oh, trust me, I get it. It does help that you can't really see people. It is just a number, so that definitely helps for me. But yeah, I'm like worse whenever like there's like a normal engagement with someone. Like it's just like so weird.
All right.